This video is sponsored by the Foggy Dew, Dublin's legendary pub, located beside the Central Bank and Temple Bar. Come in for great nights, pints and supporting metal. Shout out to our other sponsor, Helio Gas Detection. Hey everyone, this is Letty from the Smashed and Skull Sessions. I'm joined by the guys from Birdwitch. How are you doing?
We're doing great, thank you,
Thank
Letty, and thank you so much for the title. We aren't sponsored by Billy Audi, but you're not the first to call us Birdwatch. We're Birdwitch, but yeah. It's brilliant. It's happened before, and we love it, and we love our birds here, so it's fine.
Oh god, sorry about that. So to our listeners who maybe haven't heard of Birdwatch or Birdwitch before, could you introduce yourself and your role in the band?
Sure thing. I'm Raya, I'm the vocalist, and yeah, I make a lot of bass noises. I write the songs.
Kieron, and I'm the drummer.
Good stuff. So how did the band start?
Oh, wow. The band started, I think, at the end of 2022, technically around December. I went to a Placebo concert, would you believe? And I got so inspired that I thought, you know what, I want to do that, and it's kind of a now or never type of thing. So I put a wee advert out on Reddit and on Facebook and a few like music groups. I was trying to see if I could find anyone, and I got messages back pretty quickly, actually. I think it was the first week I found Grant, our guitarist, and Jade, our other guitarist, and it wasn't until maybe, I'm not sure, maybe February or March until
It's a bit while later.
It was a little bit into 23 before I met Kieron and Tim, our lovely bassist. So yeah, it started fairly early in 23. Yeah.
Good stuff. And was it halfway through the Placebo concert you decided, or from the minute they got on the stage you're like, yes, I want to do this?
It was like halfway through. They were playing some real classic songs that I had wanted to see. I'd never seen them live before, by the way, so it was amazing. I've always wanted to see them, and yeah, it just really inspired me. I just thought to myself, I want to do that. I want to be up there. I want to give it a go. I want to see if I can, yeah.
I could sell out the O2, yeah, let me try that.
I don't know, maybe.
A few more months. A few more months.
I recently went to go see Pierce the Veil, actually, the past Friday. They just played the O2, was it last night, I think it was?
Wow, brilliant, yeah.
Yeah, it was messy.
I can imagine. That's a huge venue. That would be amazing to play there one day, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
What? We can only hope. I'll be like, I called those guys the wrong name. I know them.
No, I'm leaning into it. It's fine. We're leaning into it.
And was the concert good?
Yeah, but the Placebo concert, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. I can't remember the band that played before now, but they were really cool, cracking bunch of lassies. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. I'm terrible with remembering names, but they had the best energy ever, and also seeing those lassies play like really inspired me, and I wanted to do it. So yeah, it was an incredible concert. I went with my partner and his mum, and it was a really special time. So yeah.
Good stuff. So your EP, Bless the Spark That Found Its Home, is out what day is it there? The 7th of October. How was the recording process for it?
Long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took us a while to get everything done because we really wanted to do it all about just by ourselves. So we took our time with it. We picked exactly what songs we wanted to be on there. But it's been quite fun. Doing it all ourselves, I think, it's been a lot more rewarding.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm really excited to put that out there, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a bit of a long time coming. We've had a single out for some time now, Calcify, and yeah, we've been trying to get more music out for a little while. And these things take time, definitely. So we're very excited to finally put this out and kind of move on. We're already working on songs for the upcoming future album. So yeah, we're very much excited to, not in a negative way, but draw a line under and sort of move past us in a way.
I love that. The EP's not even out and you're already planning debut album. Like, I love that.
We never stop here.
No, we're constantly writing.
That's good to have, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. And do you have a favorite memory from the recording process?
Cool. That's a tricky one.
That's tricky, yeah.
It really is. I don't know. I think, honest answer, probably the times where we've done like wee demo recordings here, where Jade's come over or Grant's come over, and we'll do a bit here and kind of work on it there. And I've made some really fun memories together that way outside of the studio and stuff. Because we've done everything very much DIY. I've recorded my vocals at a studio at our local plug studios. Shout out to them. But yeah, I think mostly just the wee moments that I've had here with everyone.
I think for me, it's been we're sending off all of our individual parts to Grant, our guitarist, and then hearing the finished product come back and it sounding so good to me anyway. That's been really nice because a lot of it has been it's been quite long. So when we have now got the finished product, it's so cool to hear to me anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
And as a band collectively, is this your first time recording stuff like by yourselves, like doing it yourself?
Yeah,
I'd say so. Yeah, definitely. I mean, a big part of it is just the cost of things. You know, it is really costly trying to record and do things that way. So we're quite lucky that everybody in the band has a skill in some other thing that's not just music playing. You know, like Grant is incredible at producing and mixing, putting it together. Yeah, I can't wrap my brains around it and what he does. It's really cool. I try and listen, though, I do try. But yeah, everyone's contributed towards this, and I think that's made it really special. And yeah, I think maybe in a perfect world, it'd be lovely to be able to, you know, throw loads of money into like a big recording studio and do all that. But there's something really nice about doing it this way. It's more intimate. We've grown to know each other and, you know, trust each other a lot more along the way. And yeah, it's been tricky, but it's been every bit important I think for going ahead for the future.
And it's some sort of satisfaction to hear it back and be like, oh, I recorded that take myself. And like,
yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Get Rick Rubin on the debut album, yeah?
We're trying.
We're working hard.
Shoot him a DM. I'm sure he's not doing anything.
That'd be lovely. He's a really nice guy, and it would be really nice to meet him in person one day. So, like, I cannot thank him enough for just putting us in touch as well. You know.
There's a really funny sticker I saw of Rick Rubin. It's a Supreme sticker, and it's him just cross-legged, like in the Buddha position.
That's probably.
I was like, that's such a Supreme thing to do, and it was a tenner. I was so tempted to get it.
Worth it, yeah. Totally.
You can both give an answer for this. If you could collaborate with any musician dead or alive, who would it be? And it doesn't have to be for Birdwitch.
Oh, that's a really hard question.
I know my answer immediately.
You start then, because I'm thinking.
It'd have to be Stephen Wilson. I feel like he would be quite hard to work with, but he's my favourite musician in the world, so I'd.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a really, really tough question. There's quite a lot of people out there that I would love to meet and work with, but I guess thinking about some of the women that inspired me when I was younger, even just teaching myself to sing, like I have no formal vocal training or anything like that. I only ever really taught myself in the privacy of my bedroom or, singing in the shower or something like that. It's never been whatever. So probably Cocktail Twins, probably Elizabeth Fraser. I would love to work with her. I think that'd be something real special. Yeah.
What I love about modern metal in particular is like the fact that Courtney LaPlante and Poppy are like leading the way for like the female musicians, being like, you guys can scream too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really cool. I'm seeing so many women come out at the moment. I feel like now is the time for women to shine a bit more in the music industry, and it's beautiful to see. I've been meeting some really amazing people along the way, like Coven. Most recently we met is it the Art Centre, and they put on an incredible show. They were supporting Fetus and playing with Kulk as well. And yeah, just really, really lovely, soulful, real people, real down to earth people. And it was nice to talk to them and get a bit of advice from another woman as well that's been doing this longer, and get some real, yeah, really, really cool, really cool.
Awesome. And your band name Birdwitch. How did you come up with your band name Birdwitch? Because it's really kind of striking. When I saw you DM me on Instagram, I was like, oh, cool, Birdwitch.
Yeah, no, that was good to hear. Honestly, I think when I was trying to come up with a name, it was really hard. It's one of the hardest things to do is naming something. And I had a whole list of things, like many, many different ideas. And one of them was like deer something to do with deers or whatever. It just didn't fit. And I was racking my brains for ages, and there was something witch, and then there was something else that was bird. It was actually my partner that came up with it. He said, "What about Birdwitch?" That's it, perfect, Birdwitch. So no thanks to him. Yeah, we took that name.
I think we were all immediately like, yep,
that's the one.
It was the SpongeBob meme. Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, it totally was. And in all honesty, it's a complete surprise that the name was even available, because it kind of feels like low-hanging fruit at this point. But no, we're lucky that way.
I think it's so hard to get original band names these days.
It really is, yeah.
I know there's a UK band called Deserted, and there's also an Irish band called Deserted. So I saw, Deserted started following me, but I saw it was the IE at the end. I was like, oh, the Irish one's cool. But picking original names is hard nowadays, like, because you have to do the whole Facebook type and like pick the name and then say search band afterwards and see that there's already 6-7 bands already called it.
So totally, and I definitely went on Instagram initially just to see if there was any other bands called Birdwitch, for in case. No, but I found one account just by like some random person that clearly doesn't use that account anymore, and I actually messaged them. I was like, oh, just out of curiosity, I don't suppose you mind changing your username so we don't have to put underscore, which is really silly, and it doesn't matter. But no, I don't think they use that account. I never got a reply.
It's free game. It's free game after that. That's savage. And, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys are from Norwich?
Yes.
Yes, excellent. Wikipedia didn't lie to me. Cool. What is the music scene like there?
Really good at the moment. I think it's the best it's been in a long, long time. I think before COVID, because I've been in lots of other bands before this in Norwich, and a lot of the gigs it'd be very quiet. And after COVID, I think everyone realised that if they didn't go to gigs, they were just going to lose all the venues and wouldn't see any bands. And since then, it's been fantastic. We've always had good reception at our shows. Yeah. Every time I go to a show, it does well. I think it's really rare to see a gig not do well in Norwich these days. And I think I think a lot of bands are starting to pick up on the fact that the scene here is a lot better now, because you're seeing lots of bands who never normally would come to Norwich now as well, which is really cool, because I don't have to go to London. So I'm a big fan of not having to travel. So I can just go and sleep in my own bed for the night. It's lovely.
That's always pretty handy. Is it a large scope of genres in Norwich, or is it metal, punk? indie?
There is a large
Yeah.
scope, but because I wouldn't say I'm super knowledgeable on every genre that's here, but there is definitely a lot of variety in this city, and a lot of variety within the metal scene as well. Yeah, no, definitely. Like there's loads, at the moment. It does seem to be booming a wee bit. This site is very, very artsy, very creative.
Awesome. And what's your favorite thing about Norwich? You can both give an answer each.
Oh, favorite about Nora.
It's so relaxing.
Yeah,
It's not too busy.
it's
But,
not. Yeah,
but at the same time, there's always something going on if you do want to go and do something.
there's loads to do, but
Yeah.
it's not hectic. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
nice.
it's not a through city. It's a to city, do you know? So
Yeah.
it's not like Cambridge or London. Like I used to live in Cambridge, for example. I feel like that's kind of turned into a little bit of a little London now. And I used to live in Glasgow, and that's a really busy city. But this is a perfect balance of quiet
Yeah.
and calm, but lots of things, lots of life, and lots of history as well. This site is incredible for its history.
Lots of art.
Yeah, lots of
Like, you
art.
always see art as you're going around Norwich. It's really
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it sounds like a really cool place to visit. It is definitely on my like list to visit. I only know the football team, so
That's the worst bit.
Come on down.
Do you have any favorite album releases of 2025 so far, or any that you're looking forward to?
That's tough.
I think the album release that I was looking forward to has already come out, and one of them I wouldn't say I was looking forward to it as I discovered the band, and then there was something coming out and that, but Fetus' newest album came out recently, and I've been listening to that quite a lot. It's beautiful, it's incredible. And Coven as well, they came out with an album not so long ago, and I've been listening to that quite a lot. It's really gothy, really moody vibes. And a local band that we know as well, Takeda.
Oh,
They brought out, and we literally just played with them on Friday gone, for their album release show in Venus Train, and that was incredible. We
yeah,
got to
that's
see
really
it in
good.
its entirety live, and yeah, it was insane. Really cool.
I think if I'm going purely on listens, it's Joey Valance and Bray's new album. That's been on every day since that came out. But there's been so many good albums this year. It's really hard to pick. I
It
mean,
has been.
EP as well.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think it's only 2 songs and it's about 18 minutes long, but it's brilliant. Yeah, it's really hard. There's been I think a lot of bands this year have really stepped their game up. And it's good because I like music.
Who doesn't love music? For me, Turnstile's new album came out this year, didn't it?
I think so. It was
Yeah.
early this year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's an absolute vibe. Deftones' new album came out, so that was peak.
Deftones, of course. I wasn't even thinking Deftones. Yeah, totally.
I've never
What?
been into Deftones.
Oh,
I know.
oh.
Like, they're really good. I just
Meh.
don't listen to them that
Well, we're
often.
never gonna play with them now.
Phenomenal bands, and when they come on, when I'm at a metal club or something, I'll sing every word. They're not a band that I put on at
That's
home,
fair.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go see them next year when they're on their tour?
I'd like
I
to.
thought about it.
Would like to. However, their tickets are usually
Yeah.
quite costly, and this wonderful music business that we're in does seem to be the endless void pit money.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
throw it in, just disappears. But like good things come out. So I mean it would be really nice to see them live one day, hopefully. Yeah.
I like to think of concerts as like a pre-order. Like you get your ticket, you're basically pre-ordering to go see them, and pre-order money doesn't count. So by the time you get there, you're like, oh, I forgot I spent like €200 on this ticket.
You got a point there. You've got a very valid point.
I got tickets to go see them in the free arena. I got the pre-sale tickets, and when the general on sale came out on the Friday, they sold out in 15 minutes, and I was shocked to see that.
Oh yeah.
They've kind of had another sort of resurgence of Like, so they disappeared for a little while, didn't they?
Yeah.
And they've just come back, and everyone's obsessed with them again.
Sad.
It's
Yeah.
just pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think social media and TikTok has a
TikTok,
lot,
it's
isn't it?
TikTok.
Get the wee clips of their
Yeah.
songs and it just goes mad. And yeah,
My favorite fact about Deftones is they performed a secret show at Paris Fashion Week a few years ago, and they had a collab with, was it Ralph Lauren or something like that? They had a whole fashion line with them,
Oh, that's cool.
that is cool. I didn't know that.
and this was pre-TikTok, so
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that'd have been incredible. That was such a random one.
yeah, I just remember seeing on Revolver review of Deftones' secret show, and I was like, "What? They performed at Paris Fashion Week?"
I can get on it, man.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Chino and the boys are slaying.
Yeah. In their Cheetos.
Exactly. And we're on to our last question. Do you have any advice for anyone wanting to start a band in 2025?
Yeah. Do it for you. Do it for the right reasons. Especially in a time like now where everything just seems a little bit out of reach, a bit expensive, a bit saturated, whatever, Don't get intimidated by the world. Just do it for yourself, do it for the right reasons. Persevere. The first year is always the hardest, I think, when you're starting a new band. I don't know if that's maybe just us because we never started with any covers. I threw us in at the deep end. That was quite difficult, but we worked our way through it. We had no foundation, we built them. I'd say just persevere, do it for yourself.
That's really interesting to hear that you started with no covers, because that's how kind of every band starts. And when I watch videos of how to start a band, it was like covers, covers, covers. How did you feel about that?
I think it was quite tough at first because we all have such different music taste.
Yeah.
So it took us a while to kind of align that, but I feel like it worked out for the best.
I think so.
But yeah, it took us a while. I think we wrote a couple of songs which we didn't end up using because we started getting more used to how each other worked and how we wrote, and we realized that those first two just weren't as good as the rest we were writing, I guess.
It felt very like first band songs,
Once we kind of aligned how we all worked together, I think we started getting much better music out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we haven't done a cover yet. We might at some
really
point.
Want to.
Yeah.
It's actually harder to focus on doing a cover now than it was if we did start that way, because we're still I got so many ideas floating about and things that we're working on. It's kind of hard to put the time aside for a cover, but there's certainly a few that I would really like to do. One of them from the Cranberries, because I love the Cranberries.
Oh, I'd be up for that.
What Cranberry song are you thinking?
Still Do. I really like that one. There's a lot of good ones, but I think that one. Yeah.
There's a lot of underrated Cranberry songs. Like, not everything has to be Linger or Dreams or Zombie.
That's all. Yeah, exactly. Those are my thoughts, and half the time, my choices for covers anyway wouldn't be the most well-known ones. I don't know if that would work against us though, because then maybe the crowd don't know it as well, but I mean, I would certainly enjoy it.
But it allows you to have that bit more breathing space and put your own spin on it if it's not that well known. That's the flip side of it.
Yeah, that's the fun.
That's that.
Bringing it back to Deftones, I think their cover of Drive is brilliant off of Saturday Night Wrists.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. And their cover of Wax and Wane from Cocteau Twins' first album, I have to say, is really cool. They've got like a whole I can't remember what the album is called now, but they've got a whole like bunch of covers on there. Shadi, Cocteau Twins, and like a whole bunch of stuff. Really like it.
They did a really weird one of The Cure's If Only Tonight We Could Sleep.
That was it, thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
And Marilyn Manson introduced it, and it was
I was at Arctangent over festival season, and the Callous Style Boys finished their set with Sorry Not a Winner, Banter Shikari, and that was fantastic. Because I don't think anyone expected it, and I've never seen such an amount of people all go, yeah, it was so good. It said, like, can everyone please rise for your national anthem? And they just started singing over it. It was great.
Oh, please, can that be the UK's new national anthem? It's such a banger. Imagine, please rise for your national anthem. Boom, boom, boom.
I'd be so much more invested.
That's more interesting.
I'd be so patriotic if that was Ireland. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time out your day to chat with me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Leslie. I really appreciate it. Thanks.
No worries. And Bless the Spark That Found Its Home is out now.